My name is Lucas Grant, and I've always believed that the truest test of character isn't how someone acts when things are easy. It's how they behave when they think no one's paying attention. My wife, Samantha, and I had been married for 5 years, and while we weren't perfect, I thought we were solid. We shared a home, responsibilities, and a sense of humor that made most problems seem small. But one night at a friend's party, everything changed, not because of a fight or some dramatic argument, but because of a smile, a few careless words, and one revealing moment. It was a warm evening in early summer. Our friend Derek had invited us and a few other couples to celebrate his promotion. The place was buzzing with laughter, music, and clinking glasses. Samantha looked stunning that night, confident, radiant, and alive in a way I hadn't seen in a while. At first, I was happy to see her enjoying herself. I loved watching her light up a room. But as the night went on, I started to notice the way she interacted with one particular guest, a man named Evan, a mutual acquaintance who was known for his smooth charm and tendency to test boundaries. They started with small talk, the kind that seems harmless, compliments, shared jokes, friendly banter. But gradually, her laughter became louder, her tone softer, her attention fully fixed on him. I stood nearby, watching quietly, not out of jealousy, but out of curiosity. I wanted to see who she became when she thought I wasn't really watching. Evan leaned in, whispering something, and she playfully nudged his arm, laughing in a way I hadn't heard directed at me in months. It wasn't the act itself that hurt. It was the ease with which she did it, as if I wasn't even there. A few of our friends noticed too. Their glances said everything. One even tried to change the subject awkwardly, but Samantha and Evan were too lost in their own little moment. When she finally looked over and saw me, she froze for half a second, a flicker of guilt crossing her eyes, before she put on a casual smile, pretending nothing had happened. That's when I decided I wouldn't make a scene, wouldn't shout, wouldn't storm out. Instead, I would react in the most unexpected way possible. I walked over, calm and collected, and joined their little circle. "Hey," I said smoothly. "Evan, I didn't realize you were so interested in interior design. Maybe you can give us some advice. You seem pretty comfortable taking over someone else's space." The room went quiet for a heartbeat. Evan blinked, unsure how to respond. Samantha turned red. Then I smiled and clapped him on the shoulder. "Relax, I'm just joking," I said cheerfully, but everyone there knew it wasn't really a joke. The tension was subtle but sharp. I excused myself to grab another drink, leaving them standing there in awkward silence. For the rest of the evening, Samantha tried to recover, but she couldn't shake the weight of what had happened. Her laughter turned forced, her confidence slipping into discomfort. I didn't confront her at the party. I didn't need to. Sometimes silence speaks louder than anger. On the drive home, she finally broke. "You're mad," she said quietly. I looked out the window and replied, "No. Just disappointed that you thought I wouldn't notice." She didn't say another word. Over the next few weeks, things between us changed. I became distant, not out of spite, but because I had lost the easy trust that once defined us. She tried to apologize, to explain that it was harmless, that she didn't mean anything by it. But actions have meanings, even when words pretend they don't. I focused on myself, my health, my work, my peace. The more I grew, the more she realized what she'd risked. Her regret came slowly, quietly, in the way she started overcompensating, checking in, asking about my day, trying to make me laugh. But by then, something fundamental had shifted. A few months later, we were at another gathering. She stayed close to me the entire night, her laughter careful, her glances toward me frequent. At one point, Derek's wife leaned over and whispered, "Whatever you said last time worked." I smiled and replied softly, "I didn't say much." She just realized who she was losing. It wasn't revenge I wanted, it was respect. And I got it, not through anger, but through composure. Samantha eventually confessed that the night of that first party haunted her more than any argument could have. She said she replayed my calm reaction over and over, realizing too late that silence can be far more powerful than shouting. Now, when I look back, I don't feel anger anymore. Just clarity. That night taught me something crucial. Real strength doesn't come from controlling others, it comes from controlling yourself. My wife flirted at a friend's party, but she had no idea how I would react. And that, more than anything, changed everything.